You see, fathers don't just love their children every now and then. It's a love without end, amen. What's going on, guys? It's your boy CJ. I just want to send out a Father's Day message to all the fathers out there who take the time every day to get up, you know, and take care of your kids and care for them and love them and, you know, hold them when they're hurt and console them when they cry, buy them gifts, shower them with love. I just want to give a big shout out to all the dads out there, including myself, who I am a dad of 4 girls. I have a 17-year-old, a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 2-year-old. They're all girls. Sierra being the oldest, Jasmine being the 10-year-old, Chloe being 8, and then Arizona, or who I call Ray Ray, being 2. You know, guys, I just want to say that on Father's Day, it's a special day for the dads, you know, and especially for the kids, because every year on Father's Day, my kids always try to, I guess you would say, impress me or make me happy by making me gifts. My kids make me gifts, you know. And sometimes we understand what those gifts are, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't know. It's just, sometimes it's just scribble scrabble, you know. Sometimes it's pictures that doesn't make any sense. But the point is that it comes from their heart. And they do those things for us because they love us and they want us to know how much they appreciate us as dads and the things that we do for them every day. I do want to say this, though. Out of all the gifts that our kids give us, you know, every year on Father's Day, every year on our birthday, every year on Christmas, whatever the holiday may be, what our children don't realize, only because sometimes some of them are too young to understand, is that the biggest gift of all that we could ever get for Father's Day is our children. Our children is our Father's Day gift, because that's the reason we celebrate this day, right? That's the reason that fathers celebrate Father's Day, is because we have kids. And what the kids don't realize is that they are the #1 most important gifts in our life. Without our kids, man, and I'll speak from personal experience, without my kids, I wouldn't be who or where I am today. I wouldn't be as strong as I am. I wouldn't be able to tolerate the things I do, I guess. But being a dad makes you a lot of things. It makes you patient. It makes you loving, and it makes you humble. No matter if you have all girls, or if you have all boys, or if you have a mixture of boys and girls, it makes you humble. Because before we're dads, you know, and especially guys, I do want to especially speak on the men's behalf of this. Before we're dads, we're kind of wild, right? We have that wild life. We go out, we run. You know, before we're married, of course, we go out and we run, and we have this wild life about us. And I was the same way before my oldest daughter was born, Sierra. I had a wild streak in me. I like to go out. I like to run. I was a musician for 20 years of my life, as most of you know, as a professional musician. So, you know, that comes with a little bit of the wild life. That goes hand in hand with being a musician. But nonetheless, man, I'll tell you guys like this. When I found out that my first wife was pregnant with my daughter, I was thinking in my mind, man, you know, it's time to grow up. It's time to get serious with life. It's just that time. And the more that she progressed in her pregnancy, the more I seen her belly expand, the bigger I see her get, and the more that I see my child revealing herself, right, through my ex-wife. It's a feeling you can't explain. You know, it's like when my my wife now, Brittany, was pregnant with our 2-year-old Arizona. It's a feeling you can't explain. It's something you can never ever explain. The happiness it gives you, the joy it puts in your life. And the moment that my oldest daughter was born, it goes from being very immature to being mature that quick. It's just that fast. Because you realize how precious life is when you look into the eyes of your own flesh and blood and something that you created. It's very humbling. I cried like a baby when my oldest was born. I cried like a baby when my 2-year-old was born. As one of my biggest Father's Day gifts this year, besides being a dad to my kids and my kids being the #1 gift besides that, one of the biggest gifts I got this year for Father's Day was the fact that Jazzy and Chloe, for those of you that don't know, are biologically not mine. And long story short, their dad doesn't really have anything to do with them. He's kind of just a loser, okay? He's a drop dead. He's a deadbeat dad, I'll put it like that. I don't want to talk too bad about somebody. But with that being said, one of the best gifts I got this year was being able to legally, by law, in the court of law, adopt Jasmine and Chloe. So they are now, by law, my kids. On paper, their last name is the same as mine. When the judge looks at you and he says, so from this day forward, they are going to be your kids as though they were your children from the day of their birth. Is this what you want? And you answer with no hesitation. You just answer, yes, that is exactly what I want. That's been one of my greatest gifts this year for Father's Day. So I just want to tell all the dads out there who have stepped up and, taking care of your kids. And even if you're taking care of somebody else's kids and you're being a father of somebody else's kids, even more props to you, man. Because from personal experience, I know what that's like. And I know how that feels. And it's rewarding. It's rewarding because Jasmine and Chloe have been calling me daddy since the very first day I met my wife, Brittany. It was Jasmine's decision to call me dad. And Brittany wanted her to wait because she was afraid at the time where we had just gotten together that, something would happen. If something happened, she didn't want Jasmine and Chloe's heart to get broken. But Jasmine was persistent in calling me dad. So, with that being said, it's very humbling. It's very humbling to know that there was something in me. There was something about me that made Jasmine want to call me dad and made Chloe want to call me dad. And keep in mind at this time, Jasmine, she's 10 now. At the time, she was 3 years old. She just turned 4. And Chloe was 2. So, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old met this guy they never known in their whole lives and decided, you know what? That's my dad. That's the guy I want to call dad. It's things like that that make you realize I must be doing something right. I must be doing something right. So with that being said, happy Father's Day to everybody out there who is a dad, who's going to be a dad. And happy Father's Day to anybody out there who has parents. Happy Father's Day to all the parents out there who are fathers to other kids and other fathers out there who have their own kids. Happy Father's Day to you guys, man. It's been an amazing year. And I love you guys so much, man. Every dad out there, take some time with your kids today. Do not take life for granted, guys. We are never promised tomorrow. I know you guys haven't seen me on YouTube today, and there's a very good reason for that, is because I have spent literally the entire day with my kids. You know what we've been doing? The one thing they always want dad to do, play Fortnite with them. Because I don't get much time with my kids because I'm so busy. But I still take that time out, to spend time with them. And today is one of those days that I wanted to spend the entire day with them. With that being said, I love you guys so much, man. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Big shout out to all the dads who have stepped up and taken ownership of what belongs to you, of what is rightfully yours, and something that you created. Because when you look into the eyes of a child for the first time, and you know that that baby is something that you created, that is your flesh and blood, it's a feeling you can never ever explain. I love you guys so much. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there in YouTube land and Facebook, if I can get this to upload to Facebook. Happy Father's Day, guys. Have an amazing day. Spend time with your kids and hug them and let them know how important they are to you. Because we are never promised tomorrow. Stay safe, guys, in this crazy world, and I will see you on the next video. Happy Father's Day, guys. Have a good one, and peace out.